Hi, I'm Lars Göran Johansson, resident of Sweden. Presently I'm working with the Swedish Confederation of Swedish Enterprise, previously being Senior Vice President of Electrolux for 15 years, running the referendum campaign when Sweden joined the European Union, and before that President of the leading PR agency in Sweden. It's about time. This is between friends, really, and I mean most of the trade still goes between Europe and the U.S. I mean, I think this country is selling 3 times more to Europe than you do to China, and nearly the same in Europe. So I mean, this is among friends. We are the strongest developed market economy. We should take away all the obstacles we have trade between us. So I think it's an obvious step. The most important thing when it comes to U.S. and Europe is mainly non-tariff. I mean, the tariff is not that high. My experience is really, if you do the washing machine, there are completely different setup in Europe and the US. But of course, if we can do it in the same way, we have enormous advantage of scale. And people are estimating that if you take away at least half of the non-tariff obstacles between Europe and US, you will increase our GNP by 3%. And given where we are today in the economy, 3% is quite a lot. When you look upon the European crisis, I think you should take one step back. I mean, this is probably started 30, 40 years ago, what is called globalization, when suddenly 1 billion people became part of our global market economy. And of course, if you know demand and supply, that will really change basically the whole structure of the economy. 1 billion people, even though they were get more paid out of the factories than they were at the farms, they still have a completely different salary level than the rest of us. And that put enormous pressure on both US and Europe and around the world. And in this country, you are better really being flexible, adapting to changes, even to adapting to lower salary levels. While in Europe, with rather important trade unions, rather rigid structure, we couldn't do that really. So I mean, if you take the step backwards to understand the reason behind, it's really a lot of people coming out in the marketplace with lower salary. And if you're not flexible enough, it will take some time to adopt.